Tony Wilson from Dorkly here, guys. Buckle those butts in for some high-octane action because we've got an extra spooky episode of Today in Nerd History. Here are 5 unexplained things that we still don't have the answers to. The Battle of Los Angeles. The year, 1942. The place, Los Angeles. From late at night on February 24th to the early morning the 25th, 50 caliber machine guns and 12.8 pound anti-aircraft shells blasted into the sky for over an hour. When the all-clear sign was finally given, there was no evidence to what they'd been shooting at. This photo, published by the LA Times, which they admitted to retouching to improve the black and white contrast, has given way to speculation that this might have been a visit from space people. My theory, if you ask me what you did by watching this video, alien weather balloon. Yeah, the aliens were checking to see if LA is as sunny and balmy as everyone says it is. It is a great place to live if you can handle all the artillery fire. And the traffic! The Overtoun Bridge. In West Dunbartonshire, Scotland, there's a quaint little house known as the Overtoun House, and it has a quaint little bridge leading up to it. What's unusual about this short stone bridge is that at a rate of about 1 per year since the 1950s, dogs have leapt off the bridge to their deaths, falling 50 feet. And those who survive the plunge, well, they get right back up there and they try it again. Overtoun in Celtic is called the thin place, where heaven and earth are close. If all dogs really do go to heaven, I guess some are trying to get there just a little quicker. But if the people of West Dunbartonshire can't keep their dogs on leashes, it sounds like they're gonna need a dog catcher. The mother of all ghost ship stories, the Mary Celeste. Built in 1861 in Nova Scotia, the Mary Celeste wasted no time in earning the reputation of a cursed ship. Her first captain died of pneumonia 9 days into her initial voyage, and over the next 2 years, there were countless fires and collisions and accidents that claimed the lives of an additional 2 captains. But it was her disappearance under the command of Captain Benjamin Briggs in 1872 that made her infamous. On a voyage to deliver 1,701 barrels of commercial alcohol from New York to Italy, the Mary Celeste vanished. When she was discovered a month later, 600 miles off the coast of Portugal, Captain Briggs, his wife, his 2-year-old daughter, his 7 crew members, they were all gone. No signs of violence, no signs of struggle, but no one has ever discovered what has happened to the crew. Maybe they got ate by a fish man. As if to just really drive home the idea that she was cursed, the Mary Celeste refused to die when her next owner tried to deliberately kill her. Captain G.C. Parker tried to commit insurance fraud by running her up on a coral reef, but the boat wouldn't sink. Also, it wouldn't burn when he tried to set her on fire. The ship remained abandoned, presumably lodged up on the same coral reef for over 100 years before her wreck was eventually discovered in 2001. The Tunguska event. If you think living in the middle of nowhere in Siberia in 1908 sounds boring, you'd be right. 364 days out of the year, that is, because on June 30th, the largest impact event in recorded history happened just outside the Podkamennaya Tunguska River. The shockwave registered on seismic equipment as far away as England, and the energy from the explosion has been roughly estimated to be 1,000 times more powerful than the atom bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima. And the trouble is, nobody knows what caused this impact event, or what caused the eerie glow in the sky that hung over the town for the next several nights. A glow that was so bright, there were people in Asia who claimed it gave them enough nightlight to read the newspaper. What did the newspaper say? Probably something about the huge fucking explosion in Russia. And the cause? Still a topic of debate. No physical trace of anything was found left behind. Oh, and the trees at the center of the event? They were left standing, straight up, with the bark and leaves stripped right off of them. Mardi Gras style. The Dyatlov Pass incident, 1959, February 2nd. The place? Plot Circle, the Mountain of the Dead. 10 Russian hikers were climbing the mountain when something went very wrong. What exactly? Nobody knows. The tents were all cut open from the inside and the bodies of the hikers were found nearby, wearing next to nothing, some only wearing a single shoe. Hypothermia was determined to be the cause of death for all of the hikers except for 3 who sustained injuries that were deemed too severe to have been caused by other humans. One unlucky hiker's eyeballs and tongue were just inexplicably missing. Oh, and to make it stranger, the scant clothing that these hikers did have on was later found to be radioactive. Theories range from Yeti attack to snow madness after an avalanche to experimental tests of a Russian weapon called parachute mines to something entirely supernatural caused by floating orange orbs that hikers on the other side of the mountain claim to see at about the same time, but no one knows for sure. Could have been the Lindbergh baby did it. The hiking group did have one survivor, Yuri Yudin, who turned back early after contracting dysentery, which is maybe one of the first times that diarrhea has actually saved somebody's life. So remember, friends, next time you feel your grumbling guts telling you that there's gonna be some trouble in your shorts, just might keep you alive. Also, keep your clothes on. If you're in the snow, if you're not, go crazy, be naked, I don't give a shit.